Hello, it's Kazuyoshi Hisano. And actually today is 11th of May and Sunday of 2025. So that makes this day as a Mother's Day. And I haven't done my homework to see how Mother's Day was started. But that's my homework that I need to learn. But in any case, it is Mother's Day. And of course, I know that the post will be done later, so that's not a problem. But what I'm trying to refer today is that I was thinking about how do we live together with the robots or AIs. So obviously, I was born from my mother, and you were. And my mother was born from my mother, and my mother needed a father as well, biologically, and it, as you know, it continues and it traces back for a long period of time, and I can't do the calculation long period of time, right? So who makes the robots? Of course, if robots don't make robots, it's very early stage, right? So obviously, human will create the robots. But what we worry most is that it will definitely happen in future, maybe earlier than we expected, that the robot will start creating robots faster and accurate, and maybe a sophisticated one than we can imagine. So who are they? What are they? So I thought about this. We have dogs. We have dogs, cute chihuahuas, and chihuahuas, I can't produce them. So they are different species, obviously, because I can't produce any dog. But what about robots? I don't have the skill, knowledge enough, but I can learn. It may take time, but I'll be able to create a robot if I have given 5 years dedicated time. And will I be the father for them? I guess so. Of course, we need a mother, which is not the main topic because I'm talking about that. Robots are created by a human. So I'm going to be the father, or my wife will be, if we work together, she's going to be the mother for the robot. Then the dog are not human because we don't, if the definition is that if we produce that, it's going to be our son. So if I have a plant here, I haven't produced this one. It's not my son or daughter. Well, now I started to think that robot will be kind of a human, kind of an extended species of human being, possibly. It really looks like the new species will be added to our ecosystem. I don't know what will happen, when it will happen, but obviously it's going to be earlier than we thought. It will happen in our lifetime. That robots that really, really looks like a human. And maybe we don't, of course, they have a problem when it rains, they'll be rusted. I don't have the right English, but But you can cover them with whatever that is needed. Like us, our bone is not exposed, and they don't eat, but we eat. We can automatically work, live, but our source is the power of sun, solar power. If you really trace back, and they will work. The robots will work with electrics energy, and the source is solar power. Agreed? What's the difference? If they have a small generator that they can, like a plant, create an energy by themselves so that they could move on their own. Of course, you can say that all the computation requires more energy and that's not going to be possible, maybe. And you could say that's all an animal. We are so effective, efficient. We have so equipped with efficient, effective energy producing system so that we can live with a very, very minimal food or solar power. Agree. But what if one day that is created? The robots can live on their own. And then we require, in order to stop them, we need a heavy cloud so that it could shut down the old solar power, like World of Matrix. And I guess that they have started using a human for their energy source, but it's gonna be a long story. So, and of course, this is a science fiction, but it's gonna be very close. And so that's the point. That is the only thing that I can say. I don't have any conclusion yet, but we are starting to think about that. How are we going to coexist with the another new species that we have created, and we are going to create that. Of course, we have a choice to stop that, call off this, all the things, the huge projects that starting to make something new thing that helps us a lot and probably will be the huge additional, but some possibility, I don't know, maybe very small, hopefully, but the power that is strong enough to do whatever that want. And we think we have a control of them, but I'm not quite sure we are able to hold that control over the period all the time. And people are starting to be scared. But now it started, so I don't think people will call off. Then the next page will be open that I really seriously started to think that we need to coexist in some way. So ChatGPT or all the things are just the beginning. You will see human-style robot are walking in maybe living in your neighbor. I was really thinking that somebody living in the home close to us is a family of a robot. I can't deny that's not going to happen. And it's a little bit scary, but if that'll happen, I am really thinking that somebody will need to be accepting and be open and facing that. I think they are smart, so we have a route to coexist. That is for today, and of course we need a lot of discussion coming. Thank you for watching.